Several people who have suffered domestic violence or have been abused in some ways could recall that sometimes in their relationship there were traits that they ignored. We want to consider some of those red flags that you should never ignore, at least not before a discussion. Thank you to our returning subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, kindly subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you'll be among the first to see our videos once we release them. I'm sure when you saw the caption domestic violence, you must have remembered one or two persons who are currently going through this violation. And then we begin to wonder, why?
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 Why? That's the question. Why?
These people are adults, right? How come another adult begins to violate you so much? What is it? What is wrong? What are we missing?
Let's even go down to the root cause. From my own perspective or my opinion, I think the root cause of this thing is it has a lot to do with parenting.
Parenting?
Yes, upbringing. Yeah. Some people actually grew up with that tendency. Okay. Always wanting to have their way.
Okay.
Always wanting to, to be in charge. You know this thing called marriage is teamwork. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. That you're a captain does not mean you should be bossing over your teammates. You guys are still teammates. Do you understand? Yeah. So people who don't grow up with in that kind of environment where, they are taught to protect themselves, to love themselves, to do things together, to know that life is not all about you. You get, that's sometimes just what I feel, because I don't see how it becomes convenient for people to just abuse one another in a relationship.
And then the other part that I'm really concerned about is the people who are on the receiving side. How did it happen to you? Like, why did you allow it to get so bad? Was there nothing you saw that suggested to you that this person could be?
Why not? Some people see red flags, but have you forgotten the society we live in? That's number one. The society we live in. Okay, there are two things that our society or our world is doing. Okay. Number one, it's not only women that get abused domestically. Yeah. You agree with me that men also get abused domestically? Yeah. Good. Now, in a society that we're in now, right? Most women, if you're in your husband's house and you suddenly leave your husband's house, people don't want to know why. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. Most people don't want to know why you leave. There's this victimization, there's this thing they tag you. Do you get? That's number one. On the side of the men, a man that his wife is abusing
may not want to speak out.
Before they will call him weak.
But the point I'm making, exactly what I'm looking for is, before you even got into that marriage, I want to believe that, like you said, most of these things are parenting. That is to suggest that they didn't start after they got married, right?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, some of them might have started after they got married.
But there are things that they could have suggested to you, and
no, I
there may not be.
You see, for the ones that start after marriage, let me share my experience with you. Okay. All right?
Yeah. Of course. I'm listening. How would I know what your experience is? Come on.
I remember our second year. At that time, we didn't know you were pregnant. Suddenly, you began to do all manner of crazy things. Like crazy. Your level of disrespect was at another level. The way you talk, the way I didn't know. You yourself didn't know what was happening to you. There was one day you got me so upset. I was about to eat, if you remember. You got me so upset that I had to turn the table upside down and the whole plate, everything broke. You remember that?
I don't even remember. It's violence. This guy is practicing domestic violence.
No.
Come on, did you do that?
It was the level of anger that was boiling within me. Do you understand?
But why would you let anger boil to that point?
Good, that's what I'm telling you. It was because of you.
No, it can't be because of me. It's wrong to make your decision. You know why I'm saying that?
No, let me say, it's not a one-sided thing. Remember, I'm not trying to defend people who abuse. I'm trying to give you a reason, which might also be other people's reason. Some women are very abusive. And the worst you can do to a man is to abuse him with your words.
Abuse is like, you're a lazy man, oh, you're not doing well, oh. Is that what you mean?
It's not all manner of things that women do to men. All manner of things. Lack of not showing gratitude is still part of it. There are lots. Put a man and a woman side by side and ask them to fight. Physical combat.
Except the person is trained.
Good. This man might just kill that woman in less than 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because the way God has created man and woman, men have more physical strength than women. Women have more mouth strength than men. Some women even boast, saying a mouth I get mouth.
Are you saying that women's mouth used to affect the men so much?
What they say. Yes, their words.
Okay, but then I think there is something that's like you're allowing someone. I don't know. You're allowing someone decide your decision, right? If someone has done something that is not right, it's in your place to try to make a correction. What I mean is, if you think that your wife is violating, or your husband, or your partner in a relationship, you should not absorb it. Do you understand me? Because absorbing it means you're giving that person the hand to continue.
So what should you do?
See, you have to stop and treat that situation in marriage. This one happened recently. Like, this is our 7th year, right? Okay. This one happened recently. There has been rifts. Things has been happening every time there is an argument, and then it got to that point that you said, this is what people do, and they make
they make their husband
beat them. Okay.
I just had to tell you.
Now,
why?
Listen,
so that maybe because I can't do it.
No, wait. No, see what I'm trying to say, okay? Now, this is not common with you, right? Mm-hmm. You don't usually like go about beating. I've never seen or heard, right? Okay. Now, if at all there was anybody who had the tendency at the time, would have been me, because I was the person who is usually loud. You were the calm person, and at this point I knew you had gotten it up to here. Okay, me too, I'd gotten it up to here. That beating was very close. Now let me tell you 2 things that happened. listen now. Oh my God, this is funny. Listen. Well, it was very close, right? But then I knew that
it wasn't going to happen.
Well, I don't know, but one thing I was sure is that if you had touched me, it might go down in history, something that I might not want to remember, right? Now, and you know how our society is, if I now happen to step out and not mention to anybody that I see what I'd be like, you can't stay there, you can't. Now, because they probably helped me when I was in pain, I may want to listen to them, and I might be willing to actually leave the relationship because of that, okay? Yeah. And I know that I'm not ready to begin to absorb beating from you, from you or from anybody. Do you understand? Something I think is not right, okay? So I paused. I didn't say anything. It really got to me. I felt, oh, this is really close, and I'm not going to have it. And because I cherish our relationship, I don't want it to spoil. I don't want it to break. If you notice, for some days I didn't talk. I just felt at that time that we needed to stay away. That at this point, if we were to stay away, we could decide that, okay, maybe I went too much, I overdid. We're humans, right? People can overstep their boundaries. But it's in your place that is still in your right mind to bring them back. You cannot allow your husband abuse you. You cannot allow your wife abuse you. Because you have, even if you don't have children,
When you say you cannot allow.
No, when I say you cannot is when you notice these things. Let's say this person hasn't shown any traits in the onset, okay? No red flag, nothing. And then something happened, maybe they lost their job, whatever happened, they are taking it out on you. You have to draw the line. You have to know when to say stop. The fact that maybe your spouse has lost his job or her job does not mean that is always going to stay crazy at you. Thank God we found out that I was pregnant and it was pregnancy. Thank God pregnancy had time. Imagine that after 9 months, after everything, I'm still that same way. Obviously, things cannot be the same.
That is how some women are. Constantly.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, that as a man, for instance, and you notice your wife is this, I mean, you had a relationship, you notice these things. Do you know that some people would be calling their jokingly idiots, or maybe there is small argument, you're calling names already, you're a foolish man, I mean, then maybe the person comes later and say I'm sorry, and then you agree, you should accept the sorry, but you should address that point, that you shouldn't call names regardless. You shouldn't do this regardless. Okay, not just accept whatever it is they have said, then you move on. Then the next time this person gets angry again, it continues. Now I had to take that decision. I told myself that I really don't want a situation whereby our relationship gets to a point where it cannot be fixed. But I'm sure that if I stayed away for some time, that we will both be thinking about it, and so when we come back, we would have developed more respect, we'll have more reasons to, we would have talked over a lot of things.
Yeah, but that didn't happen.
It didn't happen, but
So,
but I remember mentioning it to you. I'm sure you thought I was joking. I said though that I think we're going to stay where you said God forbid, but at that time it gave us the opportunity. If for instance you had said this is what make people, and I now go, oh yeah, oh beat me, oh yeah, oh all those things, it might end up happening one, and then maybe if I'm able to clean it up and not say anything, the next time
this
you get
is
upset.
this is you don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
There are relationships or marriages where one person may not want it to happen, the other person wants it to happen. For instance,
Okay.
a woman, just like you said now, a woman is following her husband around the whole house, insulting him.
Was there nothing that man saw that suggested to him?
People change. He may not have seen anything, depending on how open they were when they were dating.
And then the first time you saw it, what was your reaction? I think if everybody begin to acknowledge it and deal with it in the first instance, at least, it might reduce, even if it doesn't go away completely. Okay?
Yeah, so I think the main issue is that most people who are abused, they keep quiet.
They keep quiet.
From the beginning, when it begins.
Yeah.
Until
It gets out of hand. Until this person is used to bullying. There is this lady that said that she's been abused. Okay, she was pregnant and the husband, or not even married properly yet, so the guy she's living with that got her pregnant beat her up a day or two before she gave birth, right? Okay. Wow. After she gave birth, 2 weeks after, I think the people around had to call on the police. Okay, and when they took them to the police station, this lady said that the guy didn't do anything. I asked her, I said, why did you say that? He said the guy was saying to her that you soon put to bed. If you put to bed now, how are you going to do it? And that was how she now kept that kind of thing away. Of course, if they didn't do anything to you, police will have to let everybody go now, Abi. Sure. So everybody left. And then this same lady was saying that the guy says, that he brags about being able to control her. Like, if I tell her to stop, she will stop.
Yes, those predators, that's how they behave. Do you understand? They use the violence they do to create fear in their victims. People should begin to learn to identify some of these things early. If someone is always happy to hurt you, he enjoys the fact that when he hurts you, keep coming back.
Keep coming back and begging. Yes. You switch your phone. Someone will delete your number. Yes. You are in a relationship. He will block you everywhere.
And wait for you to come back.
For one small thing that you did.
Those kind of people.
You should stop.
Yes. Because that will never change.
Yeah.
That is one major red flag I know.
Controlling. They are controlling. They always want you to. Why are you there? Yeah. Why are you there?
Yeah. You know. Always look out for people who value you for who you are, who love you for nothing except for who God has made you, the way God has made you. And if anyone in any way shows any sign of abuse, don't hesitate to seek for help. Yeah. Seek for help from family, from church, from government, from any source that is available.
And if the relationship has not been sealed,
If it's not a marriage, if it's not marriage,
take a walk.
take a walk.
Take a walk.
And even if it's marriage, I mean, there is still ways to resolve this thing.